All right, so I'm Exotics, also known as Anaban in the past. I am a former GD player. I used to make hacks for the game. You can see them on my YouTube channel. I don't really interact with the game anymore. I play it occasionally, but that's about it.
All right, welcome to the show, Exotics or Anaban. Which one would you prefer me to call you?
Probably Exotics.
Okay, I'll refer to you as Exotics then. First question. This is a tradition. Obviously, I think I gave you a heads up as well. Um, are you mentally healthy?
That's a great question. Well, as you probably know, not really. I mean, I struggle a lot with mental health, but put it simply, not really. But uh, I have been dealing with mental illness for most of my life, as
Mm-hmm.
might be evident in some of the account names or stuff I said on profiles ages ago. But I do get the help I need nowadays, and I'm on lots of medication, so I deal with it. It is what it is.
Well, I'm glad that you are able to deal with it to the best of your ability, as I can vouch it's not fun being not mentally healthy.
Yeah, it's not fun sometimes.
My heart goes out to you. All of our hearts go out to you. Obviously,
Thank you.
everything that happened like 8 years ago or something. Now, I don't think people hold a grudge in any way, shape, or form now. So
That's good to know.
yeah, I think I saw a few people asking about this. We'll just go straight into the hacking questions. Obviously. Um,
I felt like that was what the interview would be mostly oriented around.
yeah, I told the same to Space UK. I'm like, yeah, it's mostly gonna be revolved around hacking, and he was like, that's all right. So,
Yeah, I don't mind answering questions like that.
um, were you associated with TeamHax?
Uh, no, actually, I was not. They banned me. They did not like
Oh.
me.
Oh.
I did know about TeamHax. I never really liked TeamHax because TeamHax to me, I mean, this is all stuff that happened like 10 years ago, so
Yeah.
don't think I'm upset about this anymore.
Oh yeah.
But TeamHax to me seemed to focus so hard on geometry dash and making a name for themselves or just hacking the game for glory or whatever. I just thought it was silly, and they also banned me from it, and I can't remember why. So no, I was not associated with it.
Oh. Yeah, I think it was a little like misconception with a lot of people that you were associated with them.
I knew people in Team Hacks. Like I was friends with some of them. I don't remember exactly who was in there, but I knew some of them. Yeah.
Mm. And there is another association question. Recently, there is this account that goes by the name like 666x666x666 or something like that, and people speculated that it's you. Is that true in any capacity?
It is not true. I have not done anything related to the game since what I did to Bloodbath.
Mm.
So anything in the past like 8 years hasn't been me. So all of the Anaban accounts, like Anaman666 or this account that you're saying, none
Yeah.
of that. Yeah, it's not me.
Alrighty. Yeah, I thought about it in the shower before this. There was apparently someone that hacked Cataclysm back in like 2021 or something like that, and I was like asked about someone privately, like you should ask him about that.
Yeah, I get news of these things occasionally because somehow people find my contacts and they'll just message me and be like, "Is this you?" I'm like, "No, I haven't touched the game in years."
Yeah, you kind of already said since you haven't really touched the game since Bloodbath, but have you had any involvement at all ever since your departure?
Well, saying I haven't touched the game is a complete is or sorry, saying I haven't touched the game completely since Bloodbath is a lie. Like I've spent a lot of time on the game because I like the game a lot. Like I
Yeah.
think it's a good game, and I've played it a lot. So sometimes if I'm bored or I have time, I'll just play the game casually. Or it's good, like reverse engineer practice to toy around with the game
Yeah.
because that is what I study computer science, obviously. So it's nice to toy around with something you're familiar with. I don't do anything publicly though.
Hmm. Well, alrighty. And I guess to bank off of that question, what is your hardest legit completion?
Uh, it's the new Cataclysm, the updated Cataclysm.
Oh, sick.
Yeah, I have been trying to beat the level Bloodbath over the years. Like I pick at it sometimes if I'm ever bored, but can never do it. The best I could get was 96. Died at the end.
Oh no.
Yeah,
Uh yeah,
I played sometimes.
yeah. My hardest is also Cataclysm. Apparently it is. I think so. I've beaten Cataclysm and Aku, but I think Aku is harder. But apparently Cataclysm is harder on the list. So I don't know.
Yeah, sometimes I wonder if Cataclysm is the hardest level I've beaten. Back in the day, I also beat Acropolis, and I personally feel like Acropolis is harder.
Yeah, I was going for Acropolis like a couple days ago. I got 69 in one day.
That's pretty good. The timings on the level are pretty insane.
Yeah, especially oh my god, the first cube is like top 400 difficulty. It's crazy.
Yeah, it's insane.
But how did you find out about Geometry Dash?
I couldn't say exactly how I found the game. Uh,
Yeah.
it's I think it was just kind of blowing up on the App Store. Like it was just popular. Like I found the game when I was like 12 or 13 years old, and it was just a popular game. And I got it on my phone, and that's kind of where it went. I just
Hmm.
played it on my phone a lot. Bought the game, played the levels, thought it was fun. That's kind of how some of the first uploads on my channel started.
Just
Me beating the easy levels. Yeah.
just discovering the game out of the blue.
Yeah, no one told me about it or anything. I played it with my cousin. We played it a lot.
Mm.
We made levels together occasionally. Like this is back like 10 years ago. So when the game was relatively new.
Yeah, I have found fell into the same remedy. Just run into the game on the App Store.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it was like one of the biggest games on the App Store at the time. Uh, I don't know what version the game was, but I remember the the hardest level or the latest level was like Club Step, I think.
Mm.
Not sure what version that was.
1.6, I think. I think yeah.
That's probably roughly when I bought the game. Then yeah.
Yeah, I want to say Club Step was released in 1.6 or 1.7, one of the two.
You'd think with how much time I've spent with the game that I'd be like, I know the lore of this game by heart and all the versions, but I really don't.
I mean, like you said, it's been almost a decade, so I don't think anyone's expecting you to remember.
Yeah, it's been a while.
Yeah. And what is the meaning behind the username Anaban?
People ask me this a lot, and I have a funny answer, and it's your guess is as good as mine because I don't know. Um, it's just a throwaway name that I came up with back when I was toying around with the game, like when I first started botting those levels
Yeah.
ages ago. Uh, I just made throwaway accounts, like just with random names, just for testing. Like half of the names are just random characters. I'm pretty sure Anaban is just the word banana reversed or half reversed. Like I'm pretty sure I just took the word banana and shuffled it around. Like it doesn't mean anything. I didn't. It's not like I planned for this name to be big. It just happened. Yeah, it's kind of funny.
Yeah, a lot of people put two and two together.
Yeah, I've been called a banana many times.
What what about exotics?
Uh, the name Exotics I came up with a few years prior, actually. I did actually think about that name. I just thought the word exotic sounded cool, like exotic, you know, catchy
Mm.
name. Why not? So, uh, I don't know how the numbers and letters spelling started. I think I just wanted to make it sound even edgier and cooler. Like I
Mm.
used to play on Xbox Live back in the day, like on the 360.
Yeah.
So people like put X's in their names, spell their names with numbers and stuff. So I think I was just following that trend, and then it just stuck. Nowadays, people don't even know how to pronounce the name because it's XX021XX. It's not very obvious. Some people call me OT1 or OD, and I'm just like, sure.
It's pretty sick name, Odie.
I
Uh,
just go with whatever people call me.
yeah, yeah. I fell in. I've did the whole like XX thingy as well back when I played on Xbox. I don't remember what username it was, but I do know it was like X capital X, a username capital X lowercase.
Yeah, that's how everyone's username was at the time.
Yeah.
It's funny.
And are there any other games slash communities that you took your abilities to?
You mean like in terms
Like,
of hacking?
yeah.
Um, y yes, but I haven't made as big of an impact as I did in Geometry Dash. There are other games that I have, I guess you can say hacked or messed around with.
Yeah.
Um, I could talk about them if you'd like, or I could just say, oh yeah, I have.
I mean, if you wanna go into it, you can if you want.
It's not necessarily stuff that I'm proud of, not because
Ah.
like, well, A, because it's unethical. You shouldn't be like, going onto people's accounts and stuff. Like that was the the reality of the ethics of what I did to the game hit later. Like, you know, when I did all this Anaban stuff, I was like 14, 15. Like I didn't care. I was just a teenager. It's like, oh, I had access to every single account. That's cool. Let's start changing names and stuff. That's fun. You don't really realize, like, oh shit, that's a lot of security, like that, or not security, a lot of privacy being violated. Like you don't really think about that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
But there are other games that I have found similar problems with. I guess one notable one is Type Racer. Uh, a lot of people probably heard of Type Racer.
Yeah.
I back in like 2019 or something, 2020. Uh, I found out you, how to gain access to anyone's account, which
Oh.
was yeah. And at the time, it had private messaging the website, so you can message each other. So it was a pretty big thing. But admins found out about it pretty quickly, so it got patched out.
Well, that's good.
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you view your hacking as like a positive outcome?
Um, that's a tough question to answer. I wouldn't say I'm proud of it. Like, this is tough to answer because it's it's a hard thing to be proud of because it was unethical to do
Yeah.
what I did to the game. And it wasn't really it's not really like a big technical accomplishment either. It's not like I was, a brainiac for doing this stuff. A lot of people over the years have probably know how the game was hacked many times. It was through something called SQL injection. You've probably heard of that.
Yeah.
Yeah, that term has been thrown around so much in the Geometry Dash community. I, 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 I hate hearing the words so much. The reason why I hate hearing the words so much is because SQL injection is like pen testing 101. It's it's not something like elite level programmers do or hackers do. It's
Mhm.
just like it's just something trivial that you just patch out. It's like being in class, doing an exam or something, and like looking over at your friend's paper to copy their answers. Like it's that level of primitive. It's and I'm not trying to boast here, being like, oh yeah, I'm so smart, I understand this kind of stuff. It's just over the years, I've gotten so many messages from people like going crazy about SQL injection. Like, is this possible? Can you do this? Can you do that? Yeah, I don't know. I've just become desensitized to it, and it's pretty annoying to hear.
Mm. Yeah, I've heard the SQL injection thingy quite a bit. I haven't heard it in a while though, but I also don't really like talk. Well, I guess that's a lie. I do talk to a lot of community members now, but I think the last time I heard about it was like 2020.
Well, it's one of those things that, like, if you study computer science and you study web development, it's one of those things that you get taught, like, right off the bat. Like,
Mm.
if you learn web development, you go study web development at, like, college or uni, it's one of the first things I'll tell you. Because it's such a trivial thing, but it's really dangerous if you screw it up. Which, evidently RobTop did screw up ages ago. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. I and many other people usually agree that it was kind of better for the community that everything you did happened because if it wasn't you, it would have been anybody else. Like it was inevitable to happen. I mean, the security wasn't the greatest at the time, and it would have just happened later, and everything would have progressed a lot later as well.
Uh, yeah, I do think it is good that I mean, I see your point. I think it is good that I guess I didn't do because having access to every single account in the game obviously is not good.
Yeah.
And if that falls into the wrong hands, really bad stuff can happen, like people selling data or spying or that kind of stuff. Um, I won't name names, but I did know of people at the time who were sitting on these things and using it.
Ooh.
Yeah, I I guess I think I should point out is that I wasn't the first one to discover it either, and I wasn't the last. Like people had discovered these flaws in the game. I just happened to abuse it. I guess I got carried away.
Mm.
But there were people sitting on it, using it for whatever they wanted. I don't know. I didn't really ask them what they were doing with it, but they were just sitting on it though.
That's weird.
Yeah.
Well, and glad you took. I guess not super like malicious power, but malicious enough to where I don't know. It seemed like it tested the game, which was nice, and it was very important.
Yeah, in hindsight, I'm happy that I didn't take it too far. I mean, I don't know what the community stance on me is nowadays. I don't really engage in the community,
Yeah.
but I I never had malicious intents with the game. I never cared to like ruin anything, so to say.
Hmm.
Because like I know how easy it is to like fix that kind of stuff. Like all the stuff like the username changing, like posting comments on profiles. Like none of that really matters. That can easily be reverted. It was more of like a slap in the face of the game saying like, "Hey, your game's busted. Do something about it."
Yeah.
Rather than like trying to actually cause harm to the game. The worst thing I did to the game probably was deleting Spike
Oh.
because uh, deleting levels is I avoided that because I knew you couldn't undo that. So I didn't. I wasn't a fan of deleting levels or leaking levels or doing that kind of stuff. I
Hmm.
was just kind of liked making it obvious that there was something wrong with the game,
Yeah.
so to say.
Yeah. I saw some about the level spike, which I haven't even heard of it until now.
Yeah, it was one of the first levels ever uploaded in the game. It had a really low ID. I think it was like 130 or something, the ID.
Damn.
Yeah, it was uploaded on RobBob's account, which I deleted for some reason. I don't really know why, but I
Mm.
did.
Well, it seemed to set him straight.
Hopefully.
But um to bank off of that, do you think the game is still vulnerable to wide-scale hacks like how you did?
Well, I don't think that the game is vulnerable to. like trivial hacking things anymore.
Mm-hmm.
Things like, you know, SQL injection or other typical web attacks.
Yeah.
Um, my biggest concern with the game nowadays, like, well, I don't concern myself that much with the game. Like, it's its own game. I don't really engage in the community anymore. But my biggest concern, if I had to concern myself with it, would be privacy. And also, it's because of things like Mega Hack or Geode are becoming so standard for people nowadays that, if any of these developers decide to turn rogue or, put backdoors or these kind of things, like, no one would really know. I mean, well, people would know, obviously, but, like, the
Yeah.
general community wouldn't know. Like, if the developers of Geo decided to do this or Absolute,
Yeah.
I don't think they would do that because there would be pretty bad backlash and probably legal issues, but that is my main concern. But when it comes to, like, general stuff like SQL injection, that kind of trivial stuff, I don't see anything like that happening to the game again.
Alrighty. And I know you talked about how you don't really involve yourself with the GD community anymore, but I will still ask you this. It's a tradition to ask this question to every guest that we have. What
What's the
is
question?
what is your hottest take in Geometry Dash?
My hottest take in
Yes.
Geometry Dash. We might have to revisit that question. I have to think about that one for a bit.
Alrighty.
Hmm.
Because I know it would be harder to think of a question like that when you don't really.
Yeah, you asked me that on the spot. I should have thought about that for a bit.
Yeah, I'll let
My hottest
you.
take.
I'll let you think about it. I guess I'll go into a hot take to kind of maybe help chug your. To maybe kind of help you out, but for
What's your
me,
hottest take?
for me, on the topic of hacking, I think every hacking scandal is a positive outcome, and I think, um, I don't know who I said this to. It was either Trick or W Popoff, but everything with Space UK, you know Space UK, right?
Yeah, I've heard about it.
Uh, I love the story of Space UK. I love that it happened, and everyone like time frames it of like the Space UK era, like hacking the game, taking the top one spot to be exposed, and then like like everyone affected. Obviously, my heart goes out to them. But the story of it is so cool, and getting to learn more about everything revolving Space UK, like all these videos that go in on him, like I just love it. It's such a cool storyline.
Yeah, it's definitely entertaining and good for the community. I mean, I guess the way you have to view it is it a net positive for the majority of the players? Like this entertaining story that is, promoting not cheating, promoting more anti-cheat,
Yeah.
promoting this kind of stuff. I mean, it's unfortunate for some people. Like, I know Doggy got, uh, like his slaughterhouse verification got stolen from him. I do know about that.
Mhm.
So that's unfortunate, but I'm just thinking about all the other players who get to experience the story.
Yeah, I know Crisis. He was the number 2 player for the longest time behind Space UK. So he realistically was the number 1 player. Wolves, I think, was another person. RG, he would have been top player for longer if Space UK didn't show up. Nswish, no. Nswish, no. Actually, the thing with Nswish, people think Space UK dethroned Nswish, but it was actually RG, and RG only had the top 1 spot for like 3 weeks.
Yeah, it's unfortunate that he robbed these people of their titles or accomplishments, but at least in hindsight, like now they know that they had it.
Yeah, but
Hmm. Still trying to think of a hot take. I don't really have many takes on the game. Um,
well, I should have stated this. You can abstain from questions.
it's not that I want to abstain. I just don't have an answer at the moment.
Yeah, or
Maybe
if
we
you,
should revisit the question.
yeah, yeah, we can revisit it,
All right.
and we'll go into a different traditional question. I don't know how much you know about this, but I didn't ask this question to Nswish because I thought Nswish knew nothing, so I'm just gonna ask it to everyone now.
I'm not
Um,
sure who N-Switch even is.
they were number one player, first player to beat the top 75 hardest levels in the game, and they did it in like a year. It was crazy. And Nswish is, I think Nswish is the first player to ever stay on the number one spot for 1 year without beating one level.
Oh, that's insane.
Yeah, he was insane at this game, and
The top 75 levels in a year.
yeah, it was like I think they started early 2019, like actually trying, or no, maybe it was 2 years. I don't remember. I talk to Nswish occasionally. I'll have to ask them, but um I didn't ask this next question to them because I thought they just didn't know anything or didn't care. Turns out they did, so I'll ask it to you as well. Uh, what is your brutally honest opinion on Secret Way?
On like your channel and your content.
Yeah, and you can break my heart.
No, honestly, I think it's really cool. Um, I've gotten your videos in my recommend before, and I haven't watched them in their entirety. I have skimmed through some of them. I
Mhm.
really liked the EVW one that was just. I thought that was cool.
Thank you. Yeah, I fully, I don't know why. Ever since I started asking that, I fully expect people to just shit on me because the shorts.
I'm not sure about the shorts. I haven't seen the shorts, but when it comes to the interviews, I think the interviews are pretty cool.
Mm.
Like getting it really focuses on people and gets their story out there and like who they are.
Yeah.
Lets them vent. Like I like the titles too. An unfiltered conversation. Like I feel like that's a good title.
Yeah, we clickbaited. The last one with EBW is filtered.
Oh,
There is a part we cut out by due request of on Eric's behalf. So it is technically a filtered conversation.
yeah, it's fine. I mean, people have to expect that
Yeah.
privacy is a thing and certain things need to be filtered. Like
Yeah.
you can't put everything in.
Yeah. He did say at some point, if what he told me, if if everything that he told me does go down, then we can release the clip on like our second channel or something. So everybody watching, you can be hyped for that sometime in the future.
That's interesting.
But yeah, these interview thingies, it's like I said it to Eric as well. It revolves around you. You respond in any way, shape, or form that you like. The spotlight is on you. I'm just here shining it. That's how I view these.
Well, I guess this could maybe be a hot take. Uh, Maybe we can revisit this. Uh, I don't watch Jump Rush content anymore like I used to. However, there is one content creator who I do still watch to this day, occasionally,
Mm-hmm.
and I have supported his stream, and I think is the best creator in or content creator in the game, and that is actually Eric. Funny
Mm.
enough, you just verified him. I do have a lot of respect for him.
Mm. Well,
Uh, that his content, I watched a lot of his content back in the day, like
yeah.
his old content, like when he played horror games and Corpse Party
Same.
specifically. So I personally think he's doing a lot for the game. That might not be much of a hot take, but I do think he's probably the best creator.
I would call it a hot take. I know there's a lot of people that would disagree. They would put him up there. Like I did these like Mount Rushmore thingies with a couple people, and almost everyone except Eric put Eric on the Mount Rushmore for like
I'm not sure what that is.
content creator. It's like, so a Mount Rushmore is the it's like a monument in America, and it's four heads of like historical figures that changed America. And basically applying it to Geometry Dash is four historical figures that changed the game. And
Oh, I understand.
yeah, and I did it in like four separate categories for player, level creator, content creator, and hacker. But I changed it to music artist because I feel like that one is more interesting. And almost everybody put Eric on Mount Rushmore, except Eric himself.
Maybe what's so much of a hot take then?
Yeah, but I mean, I do think there are people that will disagree that he is the best. So, I guess technically it's a hot take.
It's the best take I can come up with.
It's a good take. Because I will say he is one of the best. I could not say who is the best though. At least in my opinion.
Funny enough, is that I do occasionally support his streams, like drop a tip if he's grinding something hard. And a little funny story, I guess, is that my main channel is actually banned from his channel, so I end up doing it on an alt account.
Does he know it's you?
Nah, I don't care to I don't care to like cloud farm in his chat or whatever. I just want to support him.
Mm. Well, nice. And I guess we can get this. So I have technically four traditional questions, and obviously the first one is, are you mentally healthy? And we can get this final traditional question out of the way. What is your biggest regret in your GD career?
Hmm. I would probably say this might sound wrong at first, but I'll elaborate. And it's not capitalizing off of like the knowledge I had at the time. And I don't mean that as in like, oh, I should have abused the exploit more and done more with it. No, I mean doing what Ben did, or Absolute. I think most people know Absolute's real name by now. It's on his website. I just call him Ben.
Mm.
But at the time, me and Ben used to be pretty close. Like, we used to call often, be friends. We don't talk so much anymore. But I kind of wish I went the path he did.
Ah.
Because he's done a lot for the game
Yeah.
with like Mega Hack and all the other stuff he's done for the game. And I wish I had done that instead of just abandoning the game. And like, I released some hacks, but they were pretty minimal. And then I did all that Anaban stuff, and then I just kind of disappeared. I would have rather have done what Ben did and made something productive out of it, and maybe made an earning out of the game, perhaps,
Yeah.
rather than just being like this boogeyman that everyone. I don't know. Do people hate me?
I don't.
I'm sure a lot of people do.
I don't think people view. I think people view you with legend status, and I do think that ever since I interviewed Space UK, I feel like I've been able to help the community be more like malleable about people. Like, obviously, I've talked about this many times. The one exception we have about accepting people into the community is people who do things with underaged people. That's it.
Yeah, that's not good.
Like, being going through these hacking scandals is a learning experience for the community as a whole, and the best way we can as a community is to a be there for the victims, and b view it as what it could change for the future. And if it seems to be more of a positive impact for how the future of the game is going to turn out, then we just got to be there and support the victims, like Crisis and Wolves with Space UK.
Out of curiosity, how is Space UK viewed nowadays? Like, do people hate him or do people just view him as a person now?
I think people view him as inspirational because he hacked every level. The hardest level he hacked was Acheron, and now he's actually trying to go for it and beat it legit. Like,
Oh, he's back to playing.
yeah, I think he's trying to. I think that's the one thing he's trying to do is right his wrong with beating the number one level that he hacked. And I think I've said this in interviews, people should look at Space K now as very inspirational because, like, not a lot of people will hack the game and go back to like hacking levels and then go back to beating the hardest thing they did. Like, I can only think of Cyclic. Maybe not Cyclic. I don't know if he beat Sonic Wave, but I know Andromeda came back to beat a bunch of his stuff. Like,
I have a story similar to this. I Jump Trash isn't the only game, obviously, I've been a part of. I am in other game communities.
yeah.
Another game community I pay a lot of attention to is Guitar Hero, Clone Hero,
Mm-hmm.
and nearly an identical situation happened in that game as well. So, if any Clone Hero fans or Guitar Hero fans happen to be watching, they may know of who Shmooey is. I don't know if you know anything about that game, but he was one of the top players. He was exposed for cheating all of his accomplishments, and he was kind of shunned from the community for a bit, but he paid back all the bounties that were given to him and came back and has proved to the community that he is still one of the best legitimately. So,
Yeah, it's funny how, like, when you like, most hackers are actually good at the game.
yeah, Carl Jobst, who I think has made Drama Trash videos,
Yeah.
ma- always says in his videos something along the lines of being good at a game isn't any less likely, isn't going to make you any less likely to cheat in it. Like, people cheat no matter what, no matter their status, no matter who they are, no matter what.
Yeah,
It's just some people do.
that's true.
And I'm not condoning it, but you also have to realize that these cheaters or hackers or whoever are people at the end of the day. It's they're not actively trying to hurt anyone. They might indirectly hurt people, like what Space UK did. He indirectly hurt the other top players, Doggy.
Yeah.
But I don't think he joined the community with the intention of, I'm going to ruin Doggy's day. Like, he's a person at the end of the day, just like me. With the stuff I did with Geometry Dash, I wasn't, like, trying to ruin anyone's day. It just kind of happened, I guess.
Yeah. Another thing is, like, people who hack usually don't have like a good state of mind. Like 99.9% of the time, people who hack, that era where they hacked, it's not. It probably wasn't like like their life probably wasn't good, so to speak. And I know Space was talking about how, like, he was like, "Oh, I used to not be mentally healthy, but nowadays, like, I'm doing a lot better. Like, back when I played the game, I'd get migraines, I'd wake up sweating, and, like, clearly, like, his hacking scandal, he did not enjoy it either, evidently."
Yeah, my mental health, well, it's been quite a journey, but back during the Anaban stuff wasn't fantastic either. I'm pretty sure I wrote, like, some suicidal messages on Rob Top's account, like, on the comments. So,
Mm.
that should say enough about how my mental health was at the time.
Yeah, it's unfortunate, but we live and we learn, and I like to be there for people, so if it's any comforting, I mean, I know, like, spoiler
Well,
alert,
we
we do talk. I talk with the guests, everybody watching. I actually talk to people. This isn't the only
yes,
interaction. I mean, I know that Exotics likes Linkin Park and System of a Down and uh, like
oh yeah, I just realized your name is also Ben, I assume, because your name is BenCar.
yeah, I was gonna point that out.
Yeah, I didn't even really put two and two together. But yeah, I can confirm that Ben is a really nice person and good to talk to.
And I can say the same about Exotics, 100%.
Thank you.
Everything is in the past. Everything is at least like 5 years old at minimum.
My Anaban stuff is like almost a decade old,
Yeah.
which makes me feel old.
It's crazy. I started playing this game 12 years ago. I was 8.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. And this was asked quite a bit, and I was actually very curious. Who or what inspired you to start programming?
That's a good question. I actually thought about that exact question. The I what inspired me to start getting into computers and programming in general was um like modding on old school games. Like when I was younger, I used to play a game. I used to play a lot on the original Xbox. I used to play games like Halo, Halo 2, these
Yeah.
games, and I was really interested in modding those kind of games, so I got into that. I never really understood it, but to this day, the person who actually got me into programming and writing code, I will credit, is mgosth, who I'm sure a lot of people know.
Yeah.
He's pretty popular, but he he got me into programming. He he got me into actually writing my first bit of code, which was C++ code, back when I was like 12 or 13, maybe. When I first started writing real code. I say real code because before that, when I was like 10, I was writing batch scripts for Windows. Like I used to do that at school to like make people's screens flash colors and stuff. It was fun. But when MGOS though got me into actually writing proper code and taught me C++. So I'll credit MGOS for that.
Sick. Yeah, I don't know what kind of involvement he has anymore, but he was very. I would say he was just as influential as Absolute.
I don't really view him much as a Geometry Dash person anymore. I did a long time ago, but over the years, we've just talked them in friends, and I just see him as a friend.
Yeah.
So, like, if you were to look through our conversation, it's nothing to do with Geometry Dash. Like, in fact, the last thing we were talking about was Silk Song. We've both been playing that game online.
Oh hell yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, I love Silk Song. It's a great game.
Yeah. I was bought Silk Song, and or no, I was bought the original Hollow Knight by
Ooh.
someone, and they want me to play it, and then they're gonna make me play Silk Song.
Well, if you have the time, I would recommend both games. They're great.
Alrighty, I will use your recommendation to play it maybe sometime soon, but yeah, I it's to me it's like a trifecta of influence when it comes to like the hackers in the game. It's you, Absolute, and Magasti that I first think of, and
I I feel like MGOS is uh I don't know what word it is, like the main influence of hacking or modding the game. I
Pioneer.
think MGOS, yeah, the pioneer, that's a good word. I think MGOS really pioneered the whole modding of the game. Like
Yeah.
it's it's crazy how far modding of this game has come. Like, you know, 10 years ago we didn't have Geode or Mega Hack. We had MGOS console programs that you had to run. And they were pretty limited with what they could do. Like some of them teleported you to the end of the level.
Yeah.
Some of them made everything a demon. But it was fun.
Yeah, the game was just like the game was the Wild West back in the day.
That's one way to put it.
But I hmm I was so this is one of my questions. I should have stated I do like half my questions and half fan questions from like the community post and stuff. I don't know if I prefaced that to you. And
Uh, I don't think so, but that's all right. I'm
yeah,
down to answer any questions.
all right. And this was one of my questions I was very curious about. What was the motivation behind agreeing to an interview like this?
Um, Mainly to clear up a lot of confusion about who I am and just to get my voice out there and get some opinions out there. Like a lot of people probably think, "Oh, is Anaban gonna come back one day? Is he gonna terrorize the game or do this or do that?" It's mainly to address a lot of these things and a lot of these questions that people have because I know a lot of people are curious. Um, the, Am I gonna come back and terrorize the game? No, that's not happening. So for all the people who want anime to come back, I'm sorry, at this point that's not happening. Um, but I have thought about coming back to the game, but it would be in a lot more productive way. It would probably be my main interest in the game nowadays is modding frameworks.
Yeah.
Like I'm interested in Geode, but I'm less interested in writing Geode, like a Geode mod. I'm more interested in how Geode was built. So if I were to ever come back, it would probably be like with tutorials on how to do the stuff for yourself.
Hmm.
Like I had a tutorial on my channel. It's currently private at the moment. I privated like half my content because like I just want to get away from Geometry Dash and everything.
Yeah.
So if anyone was curious about that, but I had a tutorial up there. I've wanted to make more tutorials for coding and things related to that. I'm pretty interested in that. Like, I, uh, I've thought about making certain series. Like, I've thought about making web develop or not web development, OpenGL series like graphic design. I've thought about making a series on how to make your own mod launcher similar to Geode, like how to make like rather than how to make a Geode mod, how would you actually build Geode itself? Like how would you make your own mod launcher?
Yeah.
How would you make your own modding framework? For anyone who's interested in that kind of stuff. Like that's the kind of stuff that I would want to make content about or tutorials on. But tutorials is something I would be interested in doing.
Well, nice. And obviously, people speculate about you all the time, so people will support you and people will eat it up. That's for sure.
Yeah.
And are there any unreleased hacks that you've made back in the day?
Um I wouldn't say there's anything special. I mean, I did at one point work on a tool that could just extract anyone's password from the game. But that had been made by a few people and it wasn't that special, so
Mm.
but no, I wasn't really into like keeping secret hacks to myself. Like I didn't make anything that was anything that I thought was cool, I would just throw on YouTube and be like, "Hey, you can download this," and that was about it. So I'd say no.
Hmm. Alrighty. And what are some of the hacks that you've invented for the game? Because I want to state, I DM'd you this. Every wiki I found on you is not in English.
Yeah, you mentioned thinking that I was Taiwanese. I'm not Taiwanese.
Yeah, I thought
Uh,
one of the wikis I don't. I want to say I saw it was like Anaban and then a Taiwan flag. I swear to God, I saw that.
I don't know where people get Taiwan from. I'm Canadian,
Mm.
for anyone curious. I'm from Canada.
I could tell by
Um,
your accent.
I have a Canadian accent.
I can kind of hear it. I live in Minnesota, so
Hmm.
little Canada.
Well, about if I've invented anything. Uh, just looking back at my content, I didn't really invent anything. The one thing I did, I guess, quote unquote, invent was I made a free roam hack back in the day that let you just fly around the level.
Oh yeah.
But that wasn't anything too special. I didn't really invent anything new for the game, no.
I mean, I think the free roam thingy. Before I watched the video of it that was on YouTube, I fully expected it to just be an early stage platformer, not like I remember you were in the level and just flying around. I'm like, oh.
Yeah, the it's I think it's a cool concept, which is why I made it. Ben or Absolute remade it himself. I actually posted on his channel. You might be able to find the video. He actually credited me in the video, which I thought was cool.
Hmm.
But I, whenever I look back on these hacks that I made for the game, I always think back to the code. I still have the code for all these hacks. Like if anyone is interested, I could release them. Release the old code that's like 10 years old if anyone wants to see it. But it's it's really bad, especially the free roam because like this was when I hadn't even been programming in C++ or much. Like I hadn't even been programming for a year. I was still learning C++, and here I am trying to write memory hacks for the game. So the free roam hack, the code for it is quite atrocious, to say the least. And I'm pretty sure the movement is like toggled too, so you don't hold a button to move in one direction. It's like you hold D and you start moving right, and then you have to press it again. It's so bad.
Yeah. Honestly, another thing about these old hacks, like with the code and everything, it it knowing you, like you and Magasti and Absolute and other hackers and modders and stuff could 100% figure out how to like make it compatible. But I definitely don't know if the code would be compatible anymore, especially after 2.2.
What do you mean by compatible? Like if I can recreate these mods for 2.2?
Oh, just like the actual like code, the raw code that was made back then, if you tried to input it into the game now without like changing it, I don't know if it would be compatible.
No, they wouldn't work. Um, it's not that the game has changed fundamentally. It's mainly has to do with like reading the memory. Like the way that these hacks like worked back in the day was they they read and wrote to the game's like memory, like in RAM,
Mm.
and it would like read memory addresses, read pointers, and like it's there's a lot to it to like just quickly summarize, but these offsets and addresses they change every single update, so one little patch comes out and everything's broken. So yeah, usually more professional mods nowadays like uh Mega Hack don't hard code these addresses or offsets into the program. They use like a table.
Mm.
Like they have like a separate file as like a table that contains all this information, like a metadata table to interact with the game. So whenever a new update comes out, it doesn't just break everything. Well, it does break everything, but they can easily fix it.
Ah.
Yeah, it's a lot to go into. But, but yeah. So if anyone's curious, no, none of the mods I made back like 10 years ago would work anymore.
Mm.
But
Well, we can go back to older updates. I know that's something we can do with like private servers. I don't know how that works though.
I mean, if the versions line up, I'm sure it would work.
It probably
I
would.
don't I think my mods were written for like 2.0 or 1.9. Can't remember. I think they were written for 2.0.
Hmm. Well, 2.1 at the latest.
Yeah.
But obviously, actually, I will preface we are down to 3 questions. So we're almost done.
Oh,
And
time flies.
yeah, the time did fly. I didn't even realize it was already been an hour.
Yeah, I haven't really been paying attention to the time either.
And with the whole hacking stuff back then, were there any goals with it? And if so, what were they?
Um, Not really. I think I kind of just wanted attention.
Ah,
I I didn't really have any goals with it or anything. It was more so just, oh, I can do this, let's abuse it. Why not? And no goals in particular, really. I mean, ultimately, like, I study computer science, so ultimately the goal would be to get better at programming and computer science and understand the stuff more.
yeah,
But when it comes to Geometry Dash, I didn't really have any goals in the game.
yeah.
So no Geometry Dash goals, but like obviously bigger like life and ambition goals were there. But nothing with the game though. I didn't really care much about the game. It was just, oh, I can get popular if I do this or whatever.
Well, you did get popular.
Well, it wasn't entirely my intention, but it kind of just happened.
Well, as we stated, it is what it is. The past happened. It is cool though. It's another storyline thingy that I'm gonna throw another hot take. Every major hacking scandal, especially the Anaban one, the Anaban and the Space UK hacking scandals, the storyline is great.
Uh, well, being Anaban, I guess.
Yeah,
It's hard to say that the story's been great because, over the years I've been bombarded with messages and impersonations and fake interviews and stuff like that.
yeah.
So, like there was this one popular interview that went around of like some guy interviewing me and it was the stupidest shit I've ever seen.
I think I
It,
saw it.
it's the one where the guy's using like an anonymous profile picture. I've been sent the video hundreds of times. People are like, "Is this you?" And I'm like, "Do you really need to ask that?" Like, I don't know. And what's ironic is the dude who was impersonating me actually messaged me on Discord. He found my Discord and added me. So I asked him why, what he was doing, what was his plan, and like I could just tell that he was just like he just started sending me like memes and stuff. He wasn't taking it seriously.
Mm.
So I could assume he was probably pretty young. But the thing is that though I'm not I don't really have a problem with the guy who's impersonating me. I more so have a problem with like
The creator.
people viewing that video and thinking that it was me. Because
Mm.
like the guy who was impersonating me was probably young, probably just a kid impersonating
Ah,
me. Like people do that. He'll learn whatever. Like you can't get mad at a kid for doing something stupid like that.
yeah.
So,
It's a good
but
point.
it's just I don't like people seeing that and then messaging me asking me like, "Oh my God, you were doing this for money?" Like, because the guy was going on about money in the video. Like, no, he wasn't doing it for money.
Well, I'm glad to finally give you the opportunity to have yourself in a fully, I think it'll be just over an hour long conversation about all the questions I've been able to put together because I did see this other one that was like in a different language. Was that the same one?
There was one interview that I did actually do with a guy named Mr. Alt or Mr. Alt. I can't remember his name exactly. I think it's Mr. Alt. I did actually agree to that. It was a little awkward, but that one was real.
Mm.
I don't know if the video is still up, but
Ah. Yeah, it was some like different language one that was auto dubbed, and it was like an AI voice talking about stuff. I didn't pay attention to it because I thought it was really silly, but
Oh, then that probably wasn't it.
it was like
It is
some.
nice to do. Hmm?
It was just some other guy with like, I think their channel was like 170K. Like they actually had a platform in like a different language. I'd have to look at it.
It, it's nice to do this interview considering like you have a following and people will actually see this and I can, let people know who I am. Like I'm not the devil. Just some just some computer science nerd who had a little bit too much fun with the game when he was like 13, 14.
He just did a thing, everybody. That's the takeaway.
Yeah. Oops.
Well, I hope everybody's takeaway of this is like finally we like can have the community look at you as a real person. And same with Space. Space was pretty kind of like to himself as well before the interview I did with him. And I think same with Enswish. I just like people having their voice out there. It's nice.
I have thought about creating a programming community, like with my following, because I do have a decent following, and I was talking earlier about how I wish I did what Ben did
Yeah.
for Absolute, like with like I feel like capitalizing it is the wrong thing to say because that sounds like you're only in it for the money. But I mean like actually make doing something productive out of it. Money could be a part of it, like maybe. Oh, but I'd be interested in like making tutorials, making a community, maybe making a Discord server, and for people who are interested, it's a thought.
Yeah. Uh I think if you made a programming community, I do think there would be a lot of people that would be interested considering I mean now after this gets uploaded there will be a lot of people interested, but even before this interview I do know there's probably a lot of people like if you uploaded something cool on your channel, I would say probably a decent 5-10,000 views and probably about 100 to 500 people would actually be interested. Like I think you could start off with like you do have I guess labeling it as you do have power is a little off-putting, but you do.
I don't like to think I have power. I sometimes wish, like, sometimes I wish I didn't even have a following at all.
Mm.
It's kind of paradoxical because, like, I did such a big thing on the game, so why? But I don't want any following at all. But it's like sometimes I look back at my channel and I'm like, wow, I have lots of views. I wasted it away, didn't do anything. Like, there's a lot of regret, I guess, not doing what Absolute did or not doing something productive with it.
Yeah.
So I've been pondering over the years, like, maybe I should do something productive. Maybe I should start making tutorials or something. So there was a tutorial on my channel. I'll put it back up actually after this. Um, and maybe I'll start making more.
Well, sweet. I'll definitely check that out.
It's it's just a simple like memory hacking tutorial, like just something that I would have done like 10 years ago, just how you'd go about doing it.
Mm. Yeah, I
But
uh
I might make more.
alrighty. Yeah, when I was young I was into like programming and coding and stuff. I still kind of am. I'm not really knowledgeable much, but at most I could make a scratch game.
I mean, that's not bad. I mean, I study it, so it kind of is my life, but
Mm. Well, you're talented.
thank you.
Hope you know that, and I hope you tell yourself that, because you are.
Thank you.
Hmm. And second to last question: what are some of your least and most favorite hacks in Geometry Dash?
Well, probably just the basic ones that everyone uses. Like when when it comes to playing the game, like I mean, I don't play the game that much, but when it comes to just playing the game, I think there are certain things that are just required, such as like, Well, this is not a hack anymore because it's been implemented, but like an FPS bypass, being able to play
Yeah.
at higher FPS, that was really big before it was a setting in the game. Another thing is CBF, or click between frames, I think is useful, especially on lower end PCs if you can't run the game really high.
Mm.
So I guess those two. I don't really have any like specific hacks that I'm like a huge fan of. Just optimization stuff like that.
Ah. Is there any you don't like?
Oh, any I don't like. Um, hmm, not in particular, no. Like nothing. I don't think there's any hack that's made for the game nowadays that's bad for the game per se.
Yeah.
Because like unless it's like stealing accounts or it's unethical. Like if it's like malware, then obviously I'm not a fan of it. But if it comes when it comes to stuff you'd find on Geode or like stuff on Mega Hack, like all that stuff is fine. I don't think there's anything wrong with it. I mean, I guess the only thing I might have slight problems with are macros, like macro
Oh
reporting,
yeah.
because like people can fake stuff, but it's not really a huge problem because for the most part, it's pretty hard to fake like serious accomplishments. Like you might be able to like prank your friends and be like, "Hey, I beat this level," but when it comes to actual like serious accomplishments, like it's pretty hard to fake that kind of stuff anyway, so it's not really a problem.
Yeah. And then the final question: if you could be hired for Geometry Dash to work in any way, shape, or form, what would you do, and how do you think you can improve the game?
I I would say I would take the position if there was a position available, not because I'm like extremely into the game or whatever, but
Yeah.
it's a big game and having a position in it would be like obviously beneficial as like a career. So I would take it.
And what
Not,
what would you do for it?
I have been slightly interested in game development. I mean, maybe working on implementing a modding framework into the game itself so you wouldn't have to use third-party mod loaders like Geode.
Yeah.
Maybe making like, because a lot of games actual like support modding and support these kind of things. Geometry Dash natively doesn't support this kind of stuff.
Yeah.
So maybe natively making it support that would be interesting. I don't know. This is kind of silly. I don't think I would ever work for Geometry Dash or RobDop,
Yeah.
but
I don't know if you know who Carox is. Cairo X. He
I do not.
he asked me that question, and I was like, oh, that maybe I'll ask that.
I don't even know if people actually work for RobDop, or if he even that has employees or whatnot,
at
or if he just does everything solo.
at most Viprin, but I don't know if it goes any further than that. If you know who Viprin is,
Yeah, I know who Byron is. He's pretty big.
that is true. I don't know why I asked that. But and that's it. That should be it. Unless you have more to say.
Uh, don't really have much else to say other than maybe I'll start releasing new stuff, start up making tutorials or whatnot for the game if people are interested. I don't know. I'll probably read the comments and see how people react to it if people are interested and that kind of stuff.
Yeah, this is the first ever time in a community post when two verified YouTubers commented under the post.
Is that so?
Yeah, do you know Vortrox?
Uh, No, I'm so out of the loop with the community nowadays.
No,
So
it's
I don't
alright.
know who most people are.
He's a newer creator, about 800 900K somewhere around there, and he commented saying "lol what," and then SD Slayer. Do you know who that is?
No, sorry.
Okay, he is an older gen creator. He was like, "Can you ask him how he feels about me mentioning him in my 100K diss track?" And I'm like, "That is so underground."
Oh, you know what? I think I actually saw that comment. I I took a look at the post on Secret Way just to see what kind of people, because I remember you mentioning the the like contrast between people freaking out
Oh
like, oh my
yeah.
God, Anaban, and then the other side is like, who's Anaban? So I wanted to take a look for myself, and I thought it was funny. But I did see that comment. So to answer him, how I feel about his my reference is, I'm not sure what I was referenced in, but I think it's cool that I'm being referenced.
Yeah, people like I've said earlier in the interview, people will continue to view you with legendary status in some capacity. Like,
Well, I definitely don't consider myself a legend. Like, I don't sit here and be like, yeah, I'm Anaban. No, I like Geometry Dash is like secondary, not even secondary. Like, it's not like a priority to me or not like a focus in my life. I have
yeah,
other stuff to deal with.
yeah, I know one day I'm gonna be put under legend status, and I that confuses me because it's like all I did was talk to people.
I mean, I think it's pretty cool what you're doing, like getting everyone's voices out there.
I appreciate that, and I view what you did was really cool. I think it's just like that kind of effect where it's like you don't think what you did is as like impressive, but everyone else is obviously gonna think it's impressive.
Yeah, I definitely do not think big of what I did. Like back to like when I was talking about SQL injection, that's all it was back in the day. It was just abusing that.
Mm.
And then, look where it got me.
Mm. Well, I will say I did not stop recording because I one day I want to upload the post interview sections to the second channel. So don't say anything. You're still on the camera, but this part just
Okay.
won't go in the main interview.
All right. Well, it was really fun though.
Yeah, I'm very very thankful that you agreed to this. I did not think I would ever, especially in the same year, talk to all the people I have talked to, especially you.
Well, I think you're a really nice person. So
Thank you.
it's easy to talk to you.
Honestly, same for you. I know obviously we've talked about some stuff behind the scenes, and I guess it is just easier for me to talk to you because I relate a lot.
Yeah. I mean, my mental health is kind of shit. So
Yeah, only just recently has my life actually started getting better. It's been bad for the in 20 years and 4 months. My life has been bad, and then tomorrow marks the first ever time in my life where I had a full month of actually not having a shit life.
that's pretty good.
Thank you. And like I've said, my heart goes out to you, and I,
Well, thank you.
I'll still talk to you. I enjoyed talking to you.
Yeah, I hope we can stay friends after
Oh
this.
hell
Like,
yeah,
it's actually nice talking to you.
hell yeah. I I I love talking about, especially talking about
Lincoln
music.
Park.
Linkin Park, System of a
I
Down.
love Lincoln
I
Park.
love
They're
Linkin
so
Park
good.
so much. When you said One More Light is a good album, I was like, oh my god, thank God, someone loves One More Light.
One More Light is. I feel bad for like Linkin Park. Like One More Light got shat on so much when it was like new.
I know.
People hated it, and then when Chester passed, like people were like, "Oh shit, maybe One More Light isn't that bad."
Yeah, it sucks that that had to happen, and I will say I did fall into it initially when I first found Linkin Park because the one song that was given to me on my Spotify queue was Good Goodbye. with
That's a really good one.
with the thing is with like Stormzy though, like Stormzy's verse.
Hmm.
Yeah, no.
My favorite from One More Light is the title track, One More Light.
That's a really good song. Mine is Nobody Can Save Me.
That's really good. I'm just looking at the track list now. One More Light is really good. Sharp Edges is a good ending.
Sharp Edges is, oh my god, Sharp Edges is their second best closing track. I think Little Things Give You Away is just a bit better.
I really like the ending of the hunting party.
Oh, A Line in the Sand, A Line in the
A
Sand.
line in the
A
sand.
Line in the Sand is also a really good. Linkin Park has the greatest opening and closing tracks of all time. I swear. It feels like a story.
Yeah, they do. I saw a post the other day saying that Minutes to Midnight was a concept album for leading up to 1,000 Suns. I don't
I
know how true that is.
I don't know about that, but I do know there was a little bit of conception. Like there were concepts like No More Sorrow, Hands Held High, and What I've Done is like talking about government issues, and so is Little Things Give You Away. So Minutes to Midnight I think is like a government call out kind of album.
I kind of viewed it as like Minutes to Midnight is like minutes away from like the end of the world.
Oh yeah.
Essentially, and 1,000 Suns is the end of the world.
Yeah, it's referring to the doomsday clock. Minutes like we're this amount of minutes away from midnight, which is when we've hit complete doomsday,
Hmm.
which really nice. I think Minutes to Midnight it was underrated in my eyes when I first like to me like I underrated it when I first like knew their whole discography, and now it's my third favorite album. It's such a good album.
Yeah, I love it. Also, I was wondering, how did you get into contact with all these players, like when you first started doing the interviews in the first place? Because I'm just looking at your channel now. You got Zoink, Doggy, Nepesta. Like these are pretty big names. I
Um
assume they don't just answer to anyone.
Yeah. So I was friends with Zoink before we did the interview thingy. Like I had played stuff like Among Us with him and had like two conversations with him beforehand. So him and I like talked a little bit and actually had a little bit of rep between each other. And
Hmm.
that was probably the most that was probably the best person to start with, I would say, just cuz like it's Zoink. B, I knew him. And Vix, he got Vortrox and Colin and Nepesta because he's actually friends with all those people before the interviews. So, starting with the bangs of like uh, Zoink, Vortrox, and Colin, we that just kind of like put us on the map to like get anybody at this point. Maybe not like anybody like Rob Top or people like people who've done bad stuff in the past, or obviously people who've unfortunately passed away like Michigan, but anybody active or that's willing to come back like you or Space or Enswish and kind of like talk. uh I've prefaced to Vix, I'm like, I literally do anybody. Like, I will talk to absolutely anybody that we can, and he does most of the connections. I got Pop Off and Trick. Vix got Doggy because Doggy didn't accept my friend request, and I forever hate Doggy now. No, I don't.
Oh,
um,
yeah. Vix reached out to me.
yeah, the exact way, you got to doing this is the exact way Space got to doing this as well. Someone told us who Space's account was, and someone told Vix who your account was, and then Vix asked you to connect the channel, and he asked Space to do the same.
Yeah, I assumed you wouldn't believe me, but I actually offered to connect the channel. Like he added me and was like, "Yo, is this Alex or Anaban?" I'm just like, "Yeah." I'm like, I can link accounts just to temporarily show you if you want.
Yeah. Yeah, and I was doing the final piece, was going around asking friends privately, like, hey, is this Anaban? And like almost all of them were like, yeah, that's Anaban.
How did so many people know my Discord?
Oh, I asked about the YouTube channel, not the
Oh,
Discord.
how did Vix even find my Discord?
Uh, he said someone, like I said, it's the exact way with space. He said that someone told him that, hey, this is Anaban, and the rest is history. History.
Yeah, it's not really obvious that my profile is. I've been trying to distance myself lately. Like, well, I try to keep my other accounts. Like, I used to have all my accounts under the name Exotics,
Yeah.
but then I was like, I don't want Geometry Dash people just like following me and going everywhere. So I renamed all of my accounts and changed names of them.
Mm.
So I wasn't followed around because I wanted to like separate that, like separate Geometry Dash stuff from
Yeah.
like personal stuff.